Yeah, can I help you?
What's going on, man?
I don't know. How can I help you?
Hey, so as I was pulling up, you didn't stop at the stop sign up on Tabor.
Yeah, I did. I was there for a minute.
You didn't. Not when I was pulling up.
All right, well, what do you want to do about it?
Well, that's why I'm conducting a traffic stop.
So that's your RAS for not a complete stop?
Yes.
All right.
Is that a reason for stop? Is that your code for that?
Well, that's just California law, isn't it?
I don't know what that acronym is.
All right, then. Let's see where my license is here. Can I help you? Can you just name both name badge numbers real quick?
Yeah, we'll get that for you after this stop is conducted.
Who wants it?
I'll take it. Thank you. Is this your car, Jim?
You can run the plates.
Okay. Do you have registration insurance?
Everything should be in there.
Both of them?
Yep. Registration insurance.
Whose car is it?
It's family. You can run the plate.
Oh, I know that. See, Anderson. Is that like mom, dad, grandma?
It's family. You don't have to worry about it. I have permission to drive the vehicle.
Okay. Allstate. Any probation or parole for anybody in the car? It's a standard. Nothing. Do you have ID on you, sir?
All right, I'm gonna ask you questions.
He doesn't have the ID. You know that.
Okay. What's your name?
Who?
I won't give that out.
He doesn't have to give that.
Give me your name.
No. I'm the driver. That's all you're stopping, bro. You know that. All right, then.
I can ask a question.
All right, you can ask. I'm just telling you no. It's my policy. Is he's in my vehicle, he knows that my rules are, and he's not allowed to give up his ID. So if you want to punish me, you can punish me.
It's not a punishment.
Well, then it is what it is. I'm just letting you know. He's not. He already said he's not going to give it.
Well, I just talked to him.
All right, then. I'll record it, and you can see.
Take that from me, Jimmy. I don't know why, like, you gotta be so hostile. I'm not gonna give you a ticket.
I'm not hostile.
I'm trying to be as nice and respectful. Every time we've come in contact with you, we've been respectful, right?
It is. No.
Right?
Hey, I understand. I'm not.
I have a job to do.
I'm
right?
just trying to enforce on the way I know how things are, and that's why I'm asking you. Hey, what's your reason to stop me?
100%.
I'm glad you told me before I had to get my ID.
100%.
That's the proper way to do it.
100%.
Anything else today?
Before we even get into this footage, let me set the stage, because what you're about to watch isn't just a routine traffic stop, it's a layered breakdown of rights, misunderstandings, and escalating tension between civilians and law enforcement. Across multiple encounters, we're going to see drivers and passengers push back, question authority, and in some cases, get it right, and in others, dangerously wrong. Pay close attention, because this video isn't just about who's right or wrong, it's about how quickly a simple stop can spiral when communication breaks down. You'll see moments where officers appear calm but persistent, while drivers become defensive, sometimes informed, sometimes misinformed. And here's the twist: some of the most confident statements you'll hear are,
How fast was I going?
75, sir.
75, ready? Okay.
Yeah. Is there an emergency, sir, or anything like that?
Is that an emergency?
Yeah.
Where?
No, I'm asking you that if you have an emergency or anything like that.
Do I have an emergency?
And vehicle insurance, Mr.
Can you verify it with the tag?
With the tag?
Yeah, I have it on my email.
On your email?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me check. I can check for you.
Okay. If you cannot verify it, I'll.
For the insurance?
Yeah.
Okay. It is insured, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And the kids back here, they're yours, sir?
That's irrelevant to the stop, man.
Give me a chance. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You've never had a Texas driver license or anything like
Have
that?
I don't answer questions, man.
Yeah, but you ever got your Texas driver
I
license?
don't answer questions.
Okay, give me a chance. I'll be right back.
All right, man.
Driver Rincon, Estrada Rincon, right?
Yes, sir.
The vehicle is under.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's not your middle name or anything like that, right?
No, it's not.
Okay. And do you have your social security number?
Yes, I do.
All right. All right, sir. Could you write it there for me?
What?
The social security.
Oh, no, I don't need to provide that information.
You need to provide that information.
I don't need to provide that information.
Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen?
I don't answer
know that?
questions, man.
Okay.
this an immigration checkpoint
resident or anything like that? Like a resident?
Is it like an immigration checkpoint or?
No, I'm trying to check
The
if you
immigration
have a Texas
stop?
driver license or identification. Because you could also, be a resident and stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
So the
I'm
immigration
trying to identify
stop?
you because I'm looking at your card here, and that's why I'm inquiring about it.
Okay.
'Cause it is going to be a citation for speeding,
Okay.
sir.
Go ahead and issue
So
the citation.
we put as much information on there,
Okay.
so it could identify you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
Give me a chance. I'll be right back. Sir, how old are your kids?
I want to answer
You said they're
questions.
kids, right?
I want to answer questions.
Okay.
That's irrelevant to the stop, man.
No, it's because safety seats are important.
Okay.
For crashes.
Okay.
You might not agree with me, but I'm it's for public safety. So
Okay.
you get in a crash, kids might be injured.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, sir. The child in the back, she looks too young. Okay.
She looks too young.
Yeah, for a safe. She needs a safety seat.
Okay.
All right. And I know you don't want to identify your child, or if she's your child, okay.
Do they
That's
need
fine.
identification?
So
or-
for that, I'm sorry.
Do they need identification
Who?
or the children?
No. Well, I was asking you. I wasn't asking for identification.
All right.
So it's gonna be a citation also for the child's safety. All right.
Okay.
So if you don't want to tell me the age of the child, you can let the judge know.
Okay.
It's gonna be Danny Dominguez here in Webb County. The information is provided there by signing. It's not admission of guilt, but you've been informed of the judge information. You just sign there for me, please.
Where's that? Here?
That's correct.
Right away, you can feel the tone of this stop shifting. The officer is asking routine questions: registration, insurance, ownership, but the driver is already setting boundaries, repeatedly saying, "You can run the plate." Now, legally speaking, yes, that information can often be verified electronically. But here's where things get interesting: refusing to directly answer simple questions doesn't necessarily make you legally protected. It often just makes the interaction longer and more tense. And notice the officer's approach: he's probing, trying to establish ownership and control of the vehicle. That's standard procedure. But the driver? He's clearly trying to limit the scope of the stop. This is the classic clash: efficiency versus resistance. One side wants compliance, the other wants control. And when those two collide, friction is guaranteed.
No, it's not. I got you. I'm giving you what you need. Everything you need is right here. I do not have. I'm giving you everything. I got everything.
Give it to me. Is it in your name?
Yeah, this car in my girlfriend's name? Everything here.
Your name.
It don't have to be in my name to drive a car. I know my rights.
Let me see everything. You don't get it. You're hindering government office.
No, I ain't. I gave you everything you asked for. The insurance and the car. And I got somebody here and everything that's going on.
Fine. I mean,
I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all. I do not trust y'all. I gave you everything that's to their car.
it doesn't matter.
It do matter.
No, it don't.
I don't have to get out my car. I know my rights. No, I don't.
Get out and talk to me.
I'm talking to you right here.
You don't have a tag, sir.
There go the tag.
This is where things escalate into a more nuanced legal territory: passenger identification. The driver is actively intervening, telling the passenger not to provide ID, even framing it as his policy. That's a bold move, but also a risky one. Here's the reality: passengers generally are not required to identify themselves unless there's reasonable suspicion of a crime. But, and this is critical, the way you assert that right matters. Tone, cooperation, and clarity can either de-escalate or inflame the situation.
I just bought the car. I got 21 days to get a tag.
No, you got 10.
I got 21 days.
You got 10 business days.
And that equals 21 days. So do it say 10 days on there?
Who's the owner of the car?
The name on the paperwork you got.
You have her number so I can call.
She stay up here. You see the address?
I said you
I don't have a number.
don't have her.
Nope. I don't have to have a number to drive a car.
Drive up to her address because it says Alexander Wynn.
No, you can't read. It says Alexia Win.
Alexia Wynn. Okay. At 20th Street Northeast.
That's my address.
showing 1099. Let's stay
Look at the license.
extradition area. Stand by on the PX.
Everything's saying 20th Street Northeast.
That's my address. Look at my license.
I don't need to look right.
Well, you know, you just trying to be smart, but
Sir, I'm not trying to be.
yes, you got all the information you need, insurance and everything.
No,
I don't have to have. You don't have to talk to her for me to drive this car.
I gotta make sure that.
No, if it's stolen, it'll be in your computer.
No, not
This
necessarily.
that ain't my problem. Can I get all my paperwork back?
Not yet, sir. I'm not finished with the stop. I'm sorry.
Y'all harassing me. I need your number, your car number, and everything.
Legal breakdown you just heard is crucial, and it actually reframes everything we saw earlier. The reference to that appellate court ruling reinforces a key principle: passengers have Fourth Amendment protections too. But here's where things get tricky. Knowing the law and applying it correctly in the moment are two very different things. A lot of people here you don't have to identify and assume that means total silence or resistance is the best strategy. But in reality, context matters. Officers are trained to read behavior, and when someone becomes overly defensive or combative, even if legally justified.
Can you write it down? I ain't gonna remember. My memory bad. Okay.
Okay, you're videoing it
Why do you need her to
because you don't have a tag on.
there go the information right there. And it's my address. That's my girlfriend.
Okay.
It don't have to match.
It does.
No, it don't.
These are little clues that would go off of.
No, the car, you know the car ain't stolen. Come on, come on with it.
Hold on just a second.
And this one is all about information boundaries. The driver refuses to answer questions about citizenship, declines to provide a social security number, and repeatedly says, "I don't answer questions." Legally, he's on much firmer ground here, especially when it comes to sensitive information like a social security number. That's not something you're typically required to provide during a traffic stop. But again, watch the dynamic. The officer keeps probing, trying different angles, while the driver sticks to a consistent refusal.
Alright, Mr. Powell, listen to me. I'm going to explain this to you, okay? Here's the thing. I am going to let you go. The car's not in your name. You're not on the paperwork. The address might be the same, but it's one of those right there. Do you understand why I'm asking you this?
Yeah.
Highlights something a lot of people overlook. Just because information feels relevant doesn't mean it legally is. Asking about children, their ages, or identities can feel intrusive, especially when the stop is for something unrelated like speeding. However, the officer introduces a safety-angled child seats, crash risks, which adds a layer of justification. And this is where things get gray. Because while safety concerns can be valid, they can also blur the boundaries of the original escalation mode. The driver is refusing to exit the vehicle, repeatedly asserting, "I know my rights," while the officer insists he's hindering an investigation. This is one of the most misunderstood moments in any traffic stop. Here's the truth: drivers can be legally ordered out of the vehicle. That's been upheld by the Supreme Court. So while the driver believes he's standing his ground, he's actually stepping into risky territory. And notice the breakdown in communication. Both sides are talking, but neither is really listening. The driver feels targeted. The officer feels obstructed. And once that mutual distrust sets in, resolution becomes harder and harder to reach. This is exactly how routine stops turn into viral confrontation.